Henry Cuellar, Congressman, U.S. Congressman, District 28 in Texas, graduated in 1978 from the School of Foreign Service in Georgetown University. I've been a state representative, I've been a Texas Secretary of State, and now a member of Congress. Throughout my career, I think I've done a few things. I used to be the chairman of the Public and Higher Education, and those were the good old days in Texas, where 75% of all the new monies went into public and higher ed. When I created the Texas Grant, which is the largest scholarship in Texas history, that provides hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars for kids that want to go to school, and right now it's the largest amount that we have. I think higher education is an economic engine. Higher education is a way to really make big changes in our society. It was actually by accident. I happened to be sitting down in a library, and I heard one of my friends say that he wanted to go to Georgetown University. That's all I heard. He was talking to somebody, and then they walked off. So I went up there to a school catalog. I looked up Georgetown University, started just sitting there looking at it, and just immediately I said, this is the university I want to come in. I didn't have the money to go home during some of the holidays, so it was either go home during the summertime or go home during Christmas. So there were some of us that just didn't have the resources to go home. So a small number of students, we would just spend time and get to know each other better and talk a little bit more in depth about what the Georgetown experience was all about. So that time when you're able to reflect what the school means to you and what those the school relationships that you make with people were just very important. I was just telling a couple of folks that are thinking about going to Georgetown. I just told them what I've always said is that Georgetown was the catalyst in my life, in the way of looking at things and wanted to make some big changes. School of Foreign Service, first of all, had and still has a lot of good professors that make you think as to how you look at the world. And certainly when you look at the School of Foreign Service, and my major was in international relations, certainly it's important to understand what happens in other parts of the world will have an impact here in the United States. Father Francis Winters was one of my professors that I had there, and he always told me that Georgetown is difficult, but if you just study hard and focus, you're going to do well. And I did graduate, I think it was cum laude from Georgetown, and was able to handle sometimes 15 hours, sometimes 18 hours a semester, and still graduated with a good grade. So it's just people like Father Winters, that said, hey, just work hard, study, and doesn't matter where you came from, but really where you're going to be once you graduate from Georgetown. I wish one of the things I would have done there, trying to think of the right word to use, but I took the test to go and because you need a foreign language. So since I spoke, I grew up in a Spanish-speaking language, I went ahead, I know Spanish, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do that. I wish now that I would have learned another language instead of saying, well, I know Spanish, so that's my, that's my Spanish. I wish I would have learned another language, especially now as a member of Congress where I have an opportunity to travel to different parts of the world. I wish I would have learned another language. There are ambassadors, there are presidents, Bill Clinton, there are members of Congress, senators, people in the private sector that all have done very well in their professions. So the School of Foreign Service has done a good job of building this foundation for so many people that have become very productive citizens of our society. I think just the fact that you're able to bring students from all 50 states and so many countries across the world, be able to bring them in, different cultures, be this melting pot, if I can use that language. This is a school that's going to put you all together. This is a school that will set up this network, and then at the same time understand that later on in life we're going to run into each other. And I still have folks that went with me to School of Foreign Service that I still keep in touch with. This is one of the best things that the School of Foreign Service has provided.